we know what Miles is protecting, what he's fighting for. And I think that's kind of what's amazing about him. And I think you see that, and there's some pretty tear-jerky scenes in this movie that like really show that really well.
Justin, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing really excited for Across the Spider-Verse. Look, the first Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse, was incredible. Every single frame of this movie looks like a work of art that I can post on my wall. Talk to me about the challenges of incorporating so many Spider people and expanding the universe even more.
I think the biggest challenge is actually making sure you cared about all those spider people. So I think the thing we worked the hardest on was actually putting enough emotion and enough meaning behind why all these spider people were there. Make you really care about Miles and his family and this journey that he goes on. Now that he's 15 and he's being reunited with the Spider-Verse and all that, he's been alone for a year and a half. And we had to make people understand why they wanted to see him go on that journey. And I think that's actually the real secret to it. Because, yeah, there's a big spectacle and there's so many effects and there's so many cool, like, action scenes. But through it all, I think you really just care about what Miles is going through. And I think that's the real secret.
Speaking of Miles, how has he grown from the first film to the second film? And what separates him from the other Spider people in this film?
Well, he actually, when we first met him in the first movie, he was only 13, and he was like a little bit, had like big hands, big feet. He was like a young gazelle, kind of like still like trying to figure out how to walk and how to web crawl, how to swing. But in this movie, he's kind of come into his own. His physique is filled out. He's not a boy anymore. He's not quite a man, and he's starting to like go out from under his mother's wing, his parents' wing. And he wants to like figure out his place in the world and how he belongs in the Spider-Verse. And so I think we gave him quite a challenge. It's like your parents want to keep you like safe and they want to keep you home, but he wants to go out and he finds out the world's a lot bigger, a lot more dangerous than he thought.
Absolutely. Speaking about his parents, can you talk to me about how their relationship with Miles has grown from the first movie to this movie?
I think the amazing thing about their relationship, and it's actually why I think people love Miles, it's why I love Miles and his family, is because Miles is unique amongst a lot of superheroes. He actually has this like supportive family that loves him and would actually stand by him no matter what he did. And that's kind of unusual. Most superheroes actually have a really tragic backstory. I think that's what makes him special. And actually, I think, so that's actually what we leaned into on this movie even more, is no matter what you do, no matter where you go and how far out into the Spider-Verse you get, we're always going to be here for you. You can always come back home. And also, we know what Miles is protecting, what he's fighting for. And I think that's kind of what's amazing about him. And I think you see that, and there's some pretty tear-jerky scenes in this movie that like really show that really well.
Now, hey, you got me hyped up. I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome, man.